If there's any single predictable expectation of a Hollywood movie, it's that The Rock will probably show up at some point. Oh, and that the hero will vanquish the villain, get the girl, and live happily ever after. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes filmmakers will dare to have the hero lose, and worse than that, sometimes they'll fail in a fashion so spectacular, it almost seems cruel. A bit like my attempt at karaoke at the What Culture Christmas party. I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture, and these are 10 film heroes who totally failed in their quest. Number 10, Batman: The Dark Knight. The quest: fight crime, defend the innocent, and don't kill anyone. The Dark Knight is ultimately a story where nobody really wins, but Batman loses far more decisively than anyone else. Though Batman eventually captures the Joker, this is only after the clown prince of crime has corrupted Dent, killed Rachel, and forced him into a position where he must take the rap for Dent's rampage, turning Gotham against him in the process. Oh, and though the film doesn't really want to admit it, he also breaks his no-kill policy in order to save Jim Gordon's son, which really just emphasizes how stupid black and white no-murder rules really are. Number 9, James Bond: Skyfall. The quest: ensure global security, bring terror threats to justice, and uphold the integrity of MI6. James Bond is really bad at his job. When he eventually resurfaces after being shot whilst train surfing in the film's opening, he can't pass MI6's physical or psychological evaluations, but M approves him for duty regardless because... He then tails Patrice to Shanghai and lets him kill a target before accidentally killing Patrice himself without learning any useful information. Nice work, Jimmy. Next, 007 meets a fearful sex trafficking victim, creepily initiates sex with her, and fails to prevent her death at Silver's hands. Oh dear. Even when Raoul Silver is bloody captured, Bond lets him escape, allowing him to kill several more people. And in the film's finale, Bond lets his family home get blown to smithereens and kills Silver rather than bringing him to justice, but not before allowing M to receive a mortal wound from him. That is almost impressive. No wonder no one likes you, James. Number 8, Odaisu: Oldboy. The quest: get revenge on the sick bastards who imprisoned him in a sealed hotel room for 15 years. Right, so protagonist Daisu discovers that Mido, the young woman he's in a romantic relationship with, is in fact his own daughter. And in addition to having unknowingly stuck it to her for most of the movie, this situation was masterfully manipulated by that git Woo Jin. He hypnotized Daisu into meeting and falling in love with Mido, forcing Daisu to feel the same pain of incest that he did. If that's not enough of a fail, and it really, really is, Daisu doesn't even get to kill Woo Jin in revenge, as he shoots himself in the head mere moments after dropping this incestuous truth bomb. Though our hero attempts to hypnotize himself once more in order to forget that Mido is his daughter, the final scene implies that it probably didn't work, and he's destined to be forever haunted by the knowledge that he's been banging his own child. In my book, that goes down as an L. Number 7, Thor: Avengers Infinity War. The quest: avenge the murder of his brother Loki, his pal Heimdall, and a ton of Asgardian refugees at the hands of the mad titan Thanos. Thor certainly puts in a strong effort in Infinity War's finale, but when it comes to the crunch, he does a crap with his trousers on and drives Stormbreaker into Thanos' chest, gravely wounding him rather than killing him. This allows Thanos to quip,
"You should have gone for the head,"
before snapping his Infinity Gauntlet-wearing fingers, near instantly ending half of all life in the universe. And all because Thor didn't aim his blade a few feet higher. I'm not saying it's all your fault, Thor, but yeah, it's all your fault, mate. Number 6, Billy Costigan: The Departed. The quest: find the rat in the Massachusetts State Police, bring down mob boss Frank Costello, and safely exit from undercover duties in Costello's gang. Costigan is a classically doomed tragic hero, and though he does in fact deduce Colin Sullivan's identity, he's unable to do anything about it or make apparent his status as an undercover cop, at least while he's alive. Sullivan erases Costigan's undercover file from the police's computer system, and as Costigan attempts to bring Sullivan into custody, he's shot in the head by another corrupt cop in Costello's employ. Sullivan at least gets his just desserts in the end. He's killed by Sergeant Dignam in retaliation, and it's implied that evidence of Sullivan's guilt may eventually make its way public. Though Costigan deduced the rat, he died and let others finish the job. As for bringing down Costello, he never got to take the mob boss out, as Sullivan murdered Costello after learning he was an occasional rat for the FBI. God, I love this movie! Number 5. R.J. McReady, The Thing. The Quest, take control of the Antarctic research facility and destroy the alien, shape-shifting parasite before it assimilates the entire base. Though McReady is still very much alive when John Carpenter's horror classic rolls credits, the clear implication is that both he and fellow survivor Childs are not long for this world. With the base blown up in a last-ditch attempt to destroy the Thing, McReady and Childs have no refuge from the chilly elements, ensuring they'll immediately freeze to death faster than an Adam Cleary wet snuggle. Moreover, each man suspects the other just might be the Thing, yet isn't in any condition to do anything about it. Despite the many smart and resourceful choices McReady makes throughout the film, it ultimately appears to be for nothing in Carpenter's grim masterpiece. Number 4. Claire Dearing and Owen Grady, Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom. The Quest, rescue the endangered dinosaurs on Isla Nublar from an impending volcanic explosion by helping transport them to a conservation facility located off the American mainland. Right, for starters, a bunch of the dinos die during the initial rescue attempt, with Claire and Benjamin Lockwood's team being surprised by a hastened volcanic eruption. Whoops. And as for the rest of the dinos, they're transported to Lockwood's estate, where his snivelling assistant Mills plots to auction the creatures off to the highest bidder, rather than actually conserve them. This eventually leads to the dinos being unleashed upon the world by Maisie Lockwood, after they become trapped in a confined area and are overcome with toxic gas. Given that the dinosaurs are now out in the wild and immediately due to descend upon urban areas, it's not much of a leap to suggest that they'll be summarily slaughtered by the armed forces, amounting to pretty much the exact opposite of Claire and Owen's initial Save the Dinos mission. You had one job, guys! Number 3. Jake Gittes, Chinatown. The Quest, investigate the murder of water engineer Hollis Mulray and figure out how his death connects to wealthy businessman Noah Cross, the father of Hollis's wife Evelyn. Though Jake comes to learn that Cross was the brainchild behind the land-water scheme, he's ultimately helpless to do much about it. After discovering that Evelyn was raped by her father and her daughter Catherine is the product of said rape, he plans to help the pair flee to Mexico, only to get caught short by Cross. A confrontation ensues in which Evelyn shoots her father and frantically drives away with Catherine, only for the police to open fire, killing Evelyn. Poor young Catherine is then taken into the custody of her father and grandfather, with the implication being that she's sure to be abused herself, while Jake is basically told to leave it be. Effectively, capitalism wins, the rapist, fraudster, murderer gets off scot-free, and our intrepid hero simply has to deal with it. Sleep well, everyone. Number 2. Han Solo, Star Wars The Force Awakens. The Quest, bring his estranged son Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, back from the dark side of the Force. Yeah, didn't exactly go to plan this, did it? In the film's climax, Han confronts Kylo Ren, calling him by his birth name and begging him to return to the light side. Despite some hesitation, Kylo ignites his lightsaber through his father's chest, killing him and cementing his commitment to the dark side. If that's not failure enough, Han's death leaves Kylo open to launch a similar strike against his mother Leia in The Last Jedi, one which very nearly causes her death too. It's certainly possible that Kylo Ren will return to the light side in The Rise of Skywalker, but can his heinous actions really be forgiven at this point? Either way, despite Han's heroic accomplishments throughout the Star Wars saga, he let his guard down when it mattered most and paid the ultimate price for it. Aw, poor Chewie. Number 1. Dr. Matthew Bennell, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The quest: prevent the relentless invasion of extraterrestrial creatures who are covertly seeking to overrun Earth by replacing every last human being with an emotionless duplicate. The movie's famously nihilistic ending, counter to the more optimistic finale of the 1956 original, sees Dr. Matthew Bennell amongst the few remaining humans in the city, while the Pod People are plotting to expand their invasion to other American cities. In the film's final scene, Matthew is hailed by Nancy, a fellow survivor of the invasion. At that moment, Matthew opens his mouth wide and shrieks, signaling that he too has become assimilated. And I have a downstairs accident. Granted, you can't really blame Matthew for losing here, and he certainly made a gallant effort by staying awake for so damn long, but in the end, it seems that the entire human race lost, so he's certainly in good company. Still, given the audiences expected the hero to prevail, Matthew's last-minute demise remains brilliantly shocking to this day. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you can check out more of our recent videos here. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam from What Culture, and I'll see you soon.